I mean, the fact that I can do that with a high lofted wedge is just unbelievable. Hello everyone, welcome back to Below Par with myself, Joe Lovery. Really exciting video then today, or certainly exciting for me. I have some new wedges that have arrived in the post, and they arrived about 2 days ago, and they've been sat currently in the spare room waiting to go, and I've not had a chance to open them or film yet. So just today I thought, do you know what, I'm gonna have to do it. I've got to film with them today. I must get them out. I've got a gap so I can do some short game as well. So today then, let's do the unboxing of the clubs. Let's then get them out on the green. I'll try and explain why I went for the options I went for, why I've chosen that club, and then yeah, let's get going and let's get into the video. Absolutely ridiculous. I have never ever, even when I was playing full time, never ever been able to control the distance of a wedge as well as what I can hit these. Just a really quick one, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button on the channel. If you could please do so. Make sure also to hit that bell icon as well to be updated when I'm releasing new videos. At the moment I'm releasing about 1 video a week, looking to upgrade to 2 videos a week coming in the very near future. Here we go then, 3 new wedges. Oh, don't they always look amazing when they've still got the film and stuff on them? This is like a moment to cherish before they get absolutely smacked around like crazy in the golf bag and battered. But cool. So let's put this rubbish away. We'll start to peel off the cellophane stuff in a minute, and then we'll get into the specs and we'll get hitting through. But first, let's do some cool panos of the wedge. So the first wedge then we're going to talk through is the 50 degree. Now I went 50 degree in the gap wedge, so I've got a 45 degree pitching wedge, just left a really nice gap then into the 50. I've ordered it in the 12 degree of bounce and the F grind. So all of them F grind, I believe, in the gap wedges from Vokey. And I had a choice then either going for the 8 or the 12. Now sometimes I do get a little bit steep with one of these. I do tend to dig a little bit, so I decided to go for the slightly higher bounce option just to help me get some relief. It'll allow me to keep the club a little bit more on the surface. I am working on that, but I don't get a huge amount of time to practice. So yeah, this wedge then, that's the reason I've gone for that. The gap wise with the 50, I was tempted maybe to go for a 48. But actually when I was thinking about it, it would ruin then the gap between that and the next wedge. So I went for a 50. So next up then, I've got my 54 degree wedge. I've used a 56 in the past. I've just found for me a 54 is a little bit more versatile. So the reason I didn't go for a 56 is I find the 56 then leaves a huge gap between the 50 and the 56. I just can't seem to be able to hit them that far. And then obviously when I go 55, so the middle ground, again, I'm still struggling with the distance. So I actually went 54 to try and help it keep up a little bit with the 50. And I also went S grind on this. So S grind is where it's a little bit narrow at the top, but also then it allows me to move the hands back or forwards to help me control the loft on this. And to be honest, with a 54 degree, that's the only way I play it. I either rock my hands back or forward to help control the loft. I don't tend to open the face on this very much. Now the main reason is I then have a higher lofted wedge, which obviously we'll get onto in a minute, which is going to allow me to play that shot. So this last wedge caused me a few issues when trying to decide. So I've used 60 degrees in the past, and in my last set of wedges I went 50, 54, 58. And for me, I was sort of sat there one evening and I was thinking, if I had a choice between a 58 and a 60, which would I play? If it was, let's say I'm trying to get lots of loft or over a bunker. And immediately I went, well, I'd play a 60, obviously. So although it doesn't necessarily fit the gapping in terms of distances, a 58 degree, I never ever play anything more than, well, I don't really play it apart from for loft around the greens. So for that reason alone, I have ditched the 58 degree and I've gone for a 60 degree. So I had to choose something that was going to give me full options. Now, the other wedges I've chosen are relatively high / mid bounce. I wanted to have a lower bounce option in the bag, certainly when I'm playing off tight links fairways, still trying to get some height. But the 4 bounce was a little bit scary. I think it's the 4L grind, and that freaked me out a bit. I thought, if I'm trying to hit a high bunker shot here, I've got to be very precise, and I'm not that precise these days. I kind of chickened out a little bit and went for the 8M. So the M basically gives you lots of heel and toe relief to allow you to open the face a little bit. And just having that slightly lower bounce just helps me feel a little bit more comfortable when I'm playing somewhere like a links course. So that's the reason why I went for that in the 60. So just really quickly as well, one of the other spec things I forgot to mention with each wedge. So each wedge is 1 degree flat. This helps me launch the ball a little bit straighter. The shafts, I've gone for Dynamic Gold S400s. The Tour issue shafts as well, for those that don't know, it means that each shaft in here is within 1 gram tolerance of each other, so the batch is all weighed and checked. They are an upcharge. I think it was about 30 or 40 pounds on top. However, I think in the long run, that's gonna be worth it just to get that consistency in the shaft. So this is genuinely, like you can see, I've not hit any shots, and look at the club, it's absolutely pristine. This is genuinely my first shot with this wedge. So I'm just gonna hit to that front flag. This is the 60 degree, so I've not hit a 60 in a while, but I thought, why not? Give it a try. Straight out the bag, or straight out the wrapper, I should say. Okay, that came out incredibly soft. There's definitely going to be some adjustment phase between these and the current wedges I had. That came out so softly. So I wanted to bring this club, the 60 degree, down to a little bit more of its natural habitat. This is where it's going to spend most of its time. If I'm a little bit short-sided like so, I'm just going to open it up just a little bit. That felt great, that came out soft. But this, again, this is why I bought the 60, is because it's just going to give me that little bit more height, a little more ease of use. So let's see then if I can put one close to this front flag. Oh, that stopped quick on the green. It wasn't close, but it did stop quick on the green. Better. So then the 54, again, it is brand new out the wrapper. This is my first shot. Now this probably is more the club that I would play from this distance. This is most likely my club of choice. The 58, sorry, the 60 even, see, Habit, would be used for that slightly higher lofted option. So this again is really now probably the club I'm going to play from here. So let's give it a go. This is the one that I'm extremely excited about. So that immediately is the reason why I went 54 for me over 56. Getting that ball coming out that a little bit lower, a little bit more kind of stun to it, that really suits my eye. So now on the next one, I'm just going to tip my hands forward a little bit, see if I can play around with this grind. So I'm just going to lead it just outside my left pocket, keeping the ball forwards. That feels amazing. Just to be able to lean the hands there, I've just got it kind of forward left pocket there. So I literally had finished filming this video. I mean, I packed everything away. I've even broken my tripod because I tripped over the leg trying to carry 3 wedges. But I then thought there's about 20 balls or so left. And I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to hit a couple. I'm going to try and hit a couple full swings with a 60. This thing is a game changer. I've never ever been able to hit longer shots with a high lofted wedge just for the reason they just felt too hard. This massive sole, oh my goodness, I couldn't quite believe what was happening. There is so much relief when you hit the ground. You just slam the club into the floor and the ball just pops up. The fact now I can hit, and you can see there's not much of a divot, and I've got this ball playing it pretty central, maybe a fraction back. That's probably my tendency. I tend to get a bit steep on them, but this, oh, it just feels amazing hitting that off the turf. That's the better one. And do you know what? I was just hitting the same shot over and over again. And that, again, links me back to when I did the fitting with PXG. The distance control with this shaft was just amazing. So, obviously now we've transferred the shaft into these TITLEIST SM8s. I mean, the fact that I can do that with a high lofted wedge is just unbelievable. And then I pulled out the 54 and was just hitting a couple of fuller swings, and was absolutely astonished. That ring in the middle, literally I nearly put 3 in it. It was just ridiculous. and it's just the same shot over and over again. There you go. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I have never ever, even when I was playing full time, never ever been able to control the distance of a wedge as well as what I can hit these. It is just the same. I mean, you could stand out there and catch it, and for me to do that is absolutely mind-blowing. So yeah, I just wanted to add that bit in, and that's probably going to go quite early on the video. Oh my goodness. And now look at this compared to the others, and it is literally spotless. The others now are covered in grass already. I have to give them a good clean. So I'm going to hit maybe a bit more towards the sort of left red flag, so a little bit further up. Let's just hit a couple towards that. Again, I mean, I would never really use this club much around the green unless it's for a bit of a bump and run or trying to maybe get the ball to bite quite quickly. This now will be played for much longer shots like this one. So let's give it a go, having never actually hit this wedge. So let's try it. So loving the lie angle. The lie angle for me feels great. It doesn't feel like it's too upright. I've noticed so far already I'm not missing much left, which is good. That was really cool to see. First shot, distance was absolutely spot on. Now obviously with the shorter stuff around the green, hey, it's going to take some practice for me. These are so different to my other wedges I had. You know, certainly the 60 degree, it's got that extra couple of degrees aloft, different lie angle to my old wedges, so it's just going to take a little bit of time for adjustment. Certainly how soft they came out. I mean, the first one I just made the green, but that, to hit that the right distance, it's a good sign. Yeah, that feels awesome. It feels so effortless as well. The weight of the golf club, for me, having just this slightly heavier shaft, takes the weight out of the head. Just feels amazing. Let's hit one more of these. Just pushed it a little bit. However, distance-wise though, again, that's pretty good. That's good distance control. So there we go then, guys. My 3 new wedges, which currently now are covered in grass and things. I haven't brought my towel with me to clean them, but it is in the car, so I'll do that in just a minute. But guys, thank you very much for watching today's video. I really appreciate all of your support and helping the channel grow as quickly as what it has. If you did enjoy today's video, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, and make sure to like the video as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon.